Good day, everyone. This is my report in ethics subject, and these are the title and meaning. Electronic signature, online communities, and computer misuse and frauds. So, what are electronic signature used for? Sales. Keep your teams focused on selling by freeing them from manual, repetitive, administrative tasks. Financial service. Capture and share sensitive information securely with seamless, paperless experience today customer expect. HR. Increase employee productivity and delight job candidates by enabling them to easily access e-signed documents from anywhere. And lastly, life science. Transform your documents and e-signing workflows for greater efficiency while protecting patient privacy. So, an electronic signature or a signature is any electronic means that indicates either that a person adopts the contents of an electronic message, or more broadly that the person who claims to have written a message is the one who wrote it, and the message received is the one that was sent by this person. By comparison, a signature is a style script associated with a person in commerce and the law. A signature on a document is an indication that a person adopts the intention recorded in the documents. Both are comparable to a cell, in many instances common with engineering companies. For example, digital cells are also required for another layer of validation and security. Digital cells and signature are equivalent to handwritten signature and stamp seals. Increasingly, digital signature are used in commerce and in regulatory filing, as digital signature are more secure than a simple generic electronic signature. The concept itself is not new, with common law jurisdiction having recognized telegraph signature as far back as the mid-19th century and fax signature since the 1980s. In many countries, including the United States, the European Union, India, Brazil, and Australia, electronic signature, when recognized under the law each jurisdiction, have the same legal consequence as the more traditional form of executing of the documents. So that's electronic signature. Next is online community. So, what is an online community? You're probably part of an online community or two, whether it's next door for neighbor or as Facebook or LinkedIn group around a common interest of shared value. You might think of a subreddit around a certain topic, commonly community. However, sometimes the concept behind what the online community is can feel a bit abstract. At its root, an online community or internet community is a group of people with a shared interest or purpose who use the internet community communicate with each other. Online communities have their own set of guidelines and needs, like online community engagement, moderation, and management. But the type of community we'll focus on today is a big one, branded online communities or communities run by organization. So that is what online communities. And lastly, computer misuse and frauds. Computer fraud shows that a company's probability of being victims is a function of three variables: the dishonesty of the would-be underlying perpetrator, the opportunity that company provide by possessing inadequate controls, and the would-be perpetrator motive for committing fraud. Measures to minimize these factors are outlined. Companies can reduce the amount of dishonesty among directors, officers, and personnel by formulating written policies, guidelines, and standards, and developing well-designed personnel practice. Pre-employment screening, policy of the now, or disclosure of confidential information, vacation and job rotation policies, channels for addressing grievance, and personnel reviewing procedure, directed toward maintaining personnel integrity and job satisfaction. Administrative and internal controls which can reduce company risk include input or output, adjustment, and error correction controls designed into the system. Management reporting and documentation safeguards and techniques being developed particularly for computer security includes terminal physical security device and user identification and authentication feature. There are three basic forms of computer fraud: input transaction manipulation, unauthorized program modification, and lastly, file alteration and substitution. So countermeasures for each of these forms are described. Loss recovery through frauds, insurance, and fraud detection investigation are discussed. Practical way to plan investigations. Recognize clue, use covert investigative methods, and questions as suspect and witness are provided. The book also describes federal criminal laws and evidence rules on investigating computer fraud. Appendix contains sample, control, and evaluation forms as stable source of software aids and discussion of the attributes of 15 software package, a sample confession form, and other investigative aids. So that's all.